day, as you know, for all of us. So children, this is just about us celebrating you and saying goodbye to you. It doesn't matter what happens this afternoon, okay? No pressure on anybody. You've got everybody here who loves you, okay? And we've even got one parent on video because very sadly one parent's car has broken down on the way here. So we're even making them join by video because that's important. So if you see a parent waving a phone around, it's because we've got another mummy on a call. You are welcome to take photos, you're welcome to video. All we ask is if you do post on social media, you never put children's names if you've got other people's children in it. That's really important. Anyway, not expecting a fire alarm. If we do, fire exits are labelled. We look after them, we look after you, and I'm happy to look after any babies. I've got my name down for one. Okie dokie. So, what can I say? This year's six have truly been outstanding. A model year group in every way until today. What went on this morning, I'm actually quite proud that they have been a little bit naughty. We won't go there though. It's happened, we've dealt with it, we've moved on. But I was actually really proud to see some rebellion from some of our young people. That shows what character they've got. Their maturity, kindness and hard work have made us all incredibly proud. We are so proud of each and every one of you. Their performance of Matilda was honestly the best I have seen in my 25 years of teaching. It was such a highlight. It illustrated how talented and how dedicated you were. You put in your all to that performance and your rehearsals, and it was absolutely show-stopping. Wonderful. As you now move to your next chapter, I wish you every success, and so does all of Team D, staff and governors. Please don't forget us, because I can honestly say we will not be forgetting you. Be safe, be kind, and just keep thriving, because you are. You are on an upward journey now. You've all done so well. But one important message I want to give you is, Darnhall's door is always open. If you find yourselves in any kind of difficulty and you've got nowhere to turn, you turn to us, because you are part of our family here at Darnhall. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I never want you to feel alone. We are here. I have no plans to retire for a very long time. Thank you all very much for being so special. I would now like you to sing When I Grow Up.
We
such lovely, lovely feedback. You can check your parents' spelling as well. And I think we all agree it was absolutely brilliant. So we're now going to hand over to the children. Mr. Dunning. Oh, Stanford. Is it yourself?
Well, yeah.
We're now practicing. Mr. Dunning's obviously got to do his wedding speech this holiday. Please,
I've not written that yet, but
get your scorecards ready after this one.
this is taking over my life, so hopefully get to write that sometime soon. Anyway, it's hard to believe that we're here already. Your last day of primary school. And as I stand here looking at all of you, I feel incredibly proud.
A little bit emotional as well. I remember when I first met many of you in 2018. You were this big, and now lots of you are taller than me. Year 6, you've been an absolute joy to teach this year. This year has flown by, and I can honestly say it's been filled with laughter, curiosity, hard work, and so many moments that I'll treasure for the rest of my career. That production of Matilda was the greatest end-of-year show that's ever been seen on. And I think it'll be very tough to beat next year. Standing on that tech area on Monday night was an amazing feeling. There was not a prouder teacher in that room. You might disagree. Each one of you has brought something special to our school. Whether it was your creativity, your determination, kindness, sense of humour, skills in sport, teenager-style moods. You've grown in so many ways, not just in your learning, but as young people who care, who help each other, and who never stop trying. Fair class. At first I thought this year was going to be a nightmare. 24 Year 6 children in the smallest classroom in the school. How wrong was I? We've tackled tricky maths problems, written stories that made me laugh, and sometimes cry. Had so many interesting discussions that made me see the world through your eyes. Read a lot of books together, been on so many sports events, and what a great residential it was. And through it all, you've shown resilience, maturity, and readiness to take on your next step. To the parents and families, thank you. Thank you for your support, your encouragement, and for trusting us with care and education of your wonderful children. To my class. I want you to remember that although you're leaving, you'll always be part of this school story. You've left your mark here, and we won't forget you. You've been labelled as the best by so many staff members in this school, and I couldn't agree more with them. As you move on to high school, take with you everything that you've learned. Not just the facts and figures, but the values we've talked about every day. Kindness, respect, courage, and curiosity. Believe in yourself. You are capable of so much more than you even realise. I'm going to miss each and every one of you, but also I'm very excited for everything that lies ahead for you. You are ready, and I couldn't be prouder. So, Year 6, thank you for a wonderful year. Thank you for the memories, the lessons that you taught me, and for being exactly who you are. Now go forward with confidence, with your heads held high, and with all our love and best wishes behind you. Well done. You've all been amazing. Thank you.
Not too sure how to follow that. Hopefully I won't get quite as emotional as Mr. Dunning. So I'm teacher of the Owl class with Mrs. Chappell over there. And I'd like to give quite a personalised message to the 4 children that will be leaving us this year. Ryan, it's been a pleasure to have you in our class. From starting Key Stage 1, Ryan has always arrived in school with a big smile on his face. And I think what will really stick in all of our minds is how kind and caring you are, particularly towards younger children. On our residential trip to Pettypool, you took care of everyone, including the staff. We'll miss you lots, and we wish you all the best at high school. Savannah. Savannah has been a huge part of our class since she joined. She is funny and caring and always gets involved in our class activities, sometimes a little bit too much. We'll miss her loads, but we're sure wherever she is, we'll be able to hear her and her incredible laughter. Your new school, I'm very lucky to have you. Dylan, we've absolutely loved having you, not only in our class, but across the school, and you spent a lot of time in Year 6 this year. To watch you grow from reception into the child that you are now has been absolutely amazing. We'll never forget your performance as the Newt in Matilda. Alvin, you'll be great at high school and we will all miss you. Well done, John.
Thank you, Mr. Kingdom. I've written a short poem just to share some of our special moments over the year. I'm a very proud teacher. It started one bump up day, paintbrush in hand, creating our personality islands. Do you remember them? With sea, sky and sand. A class full of colour, adventure and flair. I already knew that there was magic in there. Christmas brought Snow White, a panto with a zing, and cupcakes you recently baked with questionable icing. We swam, we revised. Remember when we avoided the mould? That science experiment was extremely bold. From riddles at register, a daily brainy roar, to games of 13, which you are always asking for. Remember pirate game drama with brutal tactics galore, and rounders in the sunshine with dives, dashes and what's the score? You always play with full hearts, a wild joyful edge, filled by laughter, pride and a very competitive pledge. Each role of Matilda was performed with spirit and flair. You lit up that stage, talents beyond compare. Those endless rehearsals with Mr. Dunning on the mic, his booming trunchbull roar which gave us all a fright. Then through the laughter you'd often make us tear, with moments so moving they left a mark that we'll hold dear. Over the year you welcomed new friends, became caring classmates and loved a new trend, with bottle flipping skills and constant fiddling with blue tack, repeatedly being told tuck your shirt in and that mascara's black. Labubu's, they've lurked in every drawer, no doubt, and we've had many a school disco, even when the Dr. Pepper ran out. You giggled, you grew, you worked hard each day, your kindness and courage always led the way. Revision with biscuits and a water fight too. Watch out for those bees, Elliot, they were after you. From Windsor to Llandudno and Paris nights away, you've gathered miles of memories every single day. Future golf pros in the making, swinging with flair. Eagle-eyed champions whose skills left some of us in despair. Spelling bee fanatics, words sometimes amiss. Wordle drama has us hooked each for a twist. Quietly heroic, washing up after art, always doing your bit, always with a big kind heart. Your friendships have blossomed, your confidence grown, you've tackled big moments and you've truly shown that you're brave, you're bright, you're funny and you're kind, with unique little sparks and the most wonderful minds. You've matured and you've flourished in every way, emotionally, socially, every single day. With resilience, humour and leadership shown, each of you standing so proud on your own. Whether heading to St Nick's, Oaklands or Weaverham, Winsford, Ruddy, Middlewich, take courage, take kindness, take all that you are, carry Darnell with you, near or far. I'd like to take a moment to thank our fantastic team, Mrs Healy, our amazing TA, and our prop-making queen, Mrs Bevington and Miss Kavanagh, stars through and through, and Mr Dunning with that weird squeaky whistle, but a wonderful year partner too. To the parents, for your support that's helped them fly through tests and plays and moments that have made us all cry. To Mrs T, thank you for helping them shine with trips and adventures that were simply divine. And finally to you, year 6, with your hugs and your cheer, you've brought light to my classroom all through the year. You've always passed me my water bottle and not judged the gingery snacks. You've smiled through the tests and kept us all on track. You're special, you're funny, you're clever and true, and I'll miss every single last one of you. Wherever you go, remember this plea, always be you, and be proud, do it for Team D. So farewell my brilliant badgers, don't cry, maybe just the odd tear in the eye. Go forward with laughter, with heart and with grace, you've left memories here that no one can ever replace.
Some of the children that want to share some of their favourite memories at Darnell, and then we've got one more final surprise for the children. So we'll start with that. Wrap that down. Thank you, on, yeah, take the stage.
As we come to an end of our time at Darnell, we wanted to take a moment to look back on some of our favourite memories.
Annabelle?
From our first days of reception to our last sports days, we've laughed, learned and grown so much. Rory. Today we'd like to share some of our memories that made our time at school so special. Olivia. I remember in year 2 when I first went, everyone at Darnell was really kind to me. Asia, Patty, I remember starting nursery and meeting my friends Annabelle. We have been inseparable ever since. Harley. I remember the first time that I saw Jay, Alfie and John. I fell over the slide and we all laughed together. Taylor.
I remember in year 2 I randomly ran face first into a brick wall.
I remember in year 2 we used to put our shoes halfway off our foot and fling them into the air. around Dudley when we went to a castle and Mr. Dunn tripped up the stairs. Esme?
I remember when we went to Landover and I bought some donuts on the pier. Mr. Dunning warned me about the seagulls, which were evil. I was on the beach and saw Amelia hit me on my shoulder. I turned round and saw a great big seagull attacking me. I scared myself and dropped my bag of donuts, while 500 other seagulls proceeded to fight for me. Yeah.
I remember when I was a buddy, I challenged a kid to a race and he won. He was 4 years old. Imogen.
I remember when Mrs. Eaton dressed up as Violet from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and she could hardly fit through the doors in the school. Heartbreaking. I remember in year 4, watching football, I fell backwards.
Harry King.
Harry remembers when he ran into a fence at cricket club. Mr. Dunn always told him to keep his eye on the ball, so he did and ended up with a bruised chin and cut all over his hand.
Savannah.
I remember when I started this fabulous school and I had an friend and now I have lots of friends. I like that.
Sarah remembers when he was at London and we were having dinner and he thought water was ice cream, so he ate it. And we all remember when we were on the beach and Harry booted the ball into the wind and it flew into the sea. It's probably in Africa now. We should all listen to Mr. Dunn.
That ball was on the beach for about 3 minutes. I went and bought it for them at £7 and it lasted 3 minutes.
Paisley.
I remember when I blamed Esme for cutting my hair in reception. She's only trimmed it now.
I remember Jodie being born because I was teaching his sisters at the time. I loved him now.
Josh.
I remember when I did all my work with our husband Jojo's.
I remember in London, we were a bit too noisy. We thought Miss Healy was stood at the door, but it was over the ocean. She tricked us.
Move, Cecilia.
There you are.
I remember when I was in year 1, I was heading back to my classroom. I opened the door, sat down and started writing my book. It turned out that I was in the wrong room and also writing someone else's book. Lucia. I remember I didn't want to go on a toboggan in London, but today I wasn't past this person.
I remember when I was working with Miss Sumner in year 3 and she trumped and blamed it on the fish.
Dylan, Ollie, Dylan.
They're scary, though.
I remember when I got to hang out with my best friend Ryan at Pettipool with Charlie and Braden. I remember when we went there and I was sharing a lodge with Mr. Kingdom and he insisted he was going to be on night watch and sleep in the living room on the camp bed. And when I went to find him, he was folded up in the camp bed. I think he's deleted the photograph off the iPad. One day I will find that photo. He was sandwiched in there. We had lots of fun, didn't we? Lots and lots of fun. Well done, Dylan. And you were the best newt ever. Collect up all the phones in case they take any photos. Who's next? Okay, nice. These phones.
I remember when I was playing Eagle at primary school and I got stuck upside down in a tie and no one could pull me out.
I remember when I was in year 4 and I performed one of the greatest rap performances the school has ever seen.
Elliot.
I remember when Mrs. Tomlinson rode her bike down the corridor, among many other things. She's bonkers, but we love her. Alice. I remember in year 3 when I fell off my chair and Mr. Jenks was laughing at me. Then he found her in the bin and asked whose it was. Everyone pointed at me. I just fancied a trip. I remember in the year 2 activity, Thea was the king. She had to keep readjusting her hat because it was too big for her.
Remember when Tommy left and we found a secret message from him on the table and some blue tack next to it?
I remember when we went to Chester and had to parade around as soldiers. Ryan.
I remember when we went on a night walk at Pettipool, everyone thought we could hear walls and we started feeling frightened. It was funny. James.
Over the years, our class has grown and changed, and we've been lucky to welcome new friends on the way. Erin.
Some joined early on, others more recently, but each one has become an important part of our journey. Our journey.
You see my app?
Have you seen my app?
Couldn't have.
Now, we'd like to take a moment to remember and celebrate those who joined us and made our time at school even more special.
In reception, we welcome Bonnie, Riley, Tommy and Mason into our class.
In year one, Harley became a part of our family.
In year two, our class was lucky to gain Jack, Olivia, Gabriel, and of course me.
In year three, Liz and Casey and Jordan joined our Darnham family.
In year four, it was great when Harry, Layla, Elliot, Imogen, Bailey and Blaze became part of our family. Great.
In year 5, our new classmates were Gabriel, Esme and Savannah.
In year six, we welcomed Timothy and Noah, and here we all are, all grown up on our last day of primary school.
and Mrs. Chapel up to the front, please. Thank you. I can't have all of Team D here because there's lots of other staff that have played a really important part in your children's journey, but you finished their journey with us. So I just want to say on behalf of all the families here and the children, a massive well done and thank you for everything. You do realise how much you do cram into their little lives, and it has been a blast. Crazy at times, lots of fun, lots of laughter and lots of learning, and we want now to gather you all up here to have one photograph with the grown-ups that are here so that your grown-ups at home can take some pictures. So can you try and do one more smile? I know it's very emotional, but could all the children come up and then you could take some photographs?